Pregnancy. It is an absolutely incredible time of transformation, right? But let's be real for a second. It can also be a time filled with worry. Every little new ache, every twinge can send your mind racing down a rabbit hole of what ifs. But what if I told you that some of those very pains weren't a reason to worry at all? What if they were actually a reason to celebrate? We're about to completely reframe how you think about pregnancy discomfort and turn all that worry into pure wonder. So let's just jump right into the big question, the one that's probably on your mind right now. That nagging ache you've been feeling, that little pulling sensation, could it possibly be your body's way of sending you a message that everything is going perfectly? Well, for so many of the common discomforts, the answer is a huge resounding yes. You see, these aren't just random pains, they're signals. They're your body's secret language. And today, we're going to decode 5 of them. We're going to walk through 5 key pains that are actually amazing positive signs of a healthy pregnancy and a baby that is growing strong. We'll cover everything from the very first days all the way to those final moments right before you get to meet your little one. So let's get started. Our journey starts at the very beginning, and I mean the very beginning, sometimes even before you've seen that positive pregnancy test. These first little feelings are your body's earliest messages, confirming that a new life, a new soul has begun its journey. Okay, so the very first signal is something called implantation pain. So after conception, that tiny, blessed little embryo makes a journey to the uterus and attaches itself to the uterine wall. Think of it as the moment new life officially moves in and makes itself at home. This process can actually cause a mild, maybe a little sharp, but definitely brief, pain or cramping feeling in your lower belly. And for some women, it even comes with a tiny bit of pink or brown spotting. And here is where we need to shift our whole perspective. If you've been trying to conceive, this feeling isn't a problem. Oh no, it's the complete opposite. It's the first physical confirmation from your body that your prayers have been answered. It's a moment of victory, the very first milestone on this incredible path that Allah has set for you. All right, now for another early sensation that can be, well, a little confusing. It's this feeling of pulling or stretching that feels almost identical to the cramps you might get right before your period. And of course, that can cause a bit of anxiety, right? Your mind immediately thinks, oh no, my period is coming. But the crucial thing to understand here is that this is happening because your body is already hard at work, doing exactly what it was designed to do. Your uterus is beginning to grow, starting this amazing expansion that will eventually take it from the size of a small pear to the size of a watermelon. The ligaments holding it are stretching, blood flow is increasing, all to support the new life inside. It is a direct sign of healthy, early progress. So as the pregnancy continues, the body's preparations just get more and more profound. This next set of pains we're going to talk about, it's all about building the perfect, nurturing, and safe environment for your baby, both inside the womb and for after they arrive. Next up is a very common one, breast tenderness. And this statement right here really gets to the heart of it. That soreness isn't just a nuisance. It's tangible, physical proof that your pregnancy hormones are surging exactly as they should be, setting the stage for your baby's healthy development. So what's actually going on in there? Well, you've got this rush of hormones and increased blood flow that can make your breasts feel tender, maybe sore, or even a bit heavy. You might notice they're changing in size or shape. This is all part of the incredible system that your creator designed, preparing you for the vital and beautiful task of feeding your baby. It's a sign of the nourishment and connection that's to come. Okay, we've covered the early signs, but now it's time to tackle the big one. The ache that nearly every pregnant woman experiences at some point, the one everyone warns you about. I'm talking about back pain. It can be so frustrating, I know, but believe it or not, it's also deeply, deeply connected to your baby's well-being. This right here is the key. You have to remember this. That ache in your back isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength, the strength and healthy growth of your baby. As your pregnancy moves along, your body has to support more weight. And you know what? That is a fantastic thing. Let's break down exactly why this happens, okay? There are a few things going on. First, and most obviously, your baby is growing bigger and heavier every single day, mashallah. Second, your own body is gaining healthy weight to support the pregnancy. Third, even the placenta adds to the load. Now, all of this new weight is concentrated right at the front, which shifts your entire center of gravity forward. This forces the muscles in your back to work overtime just to keep you standing upright. Every single one of these factors is a necessary and healthy part of your pregnancy journey. And just like that, we're moving into the final stretch.
As you enter that third trimester, your body starts sending a whole new set of signals. These pains are all about one thing, and one thing only: preparing for your baby's grand entrance into the world.
So, our final good pain for today is pelvic pain. This usually feels like a pulling or an aching sensation deep in your pelvis or lower abdomen. Now, while it's most common in those last 2 months, some women might feel it a bit earlier, especially if the baby is growing quickly and is a little bigger. So, what's causing this one? Well, the main reason is a wonderfully named hormone called relaxin, and its job is exactly what it sounds like. It helps to soften the ligaments and joints in your pelvis. So that discomfort you're feeling, it's actually the incredible, wise design of your body at work, making everything more flexible to pave the way for a smoother, easier delivery. Your body knows exactly what it's doing. Now, before we wrap this up, we have to make a very, very important distinction. This is crucial. While all these pains we've talked about are beautiful signs of a healthy process, it is absolutely critical to know when a pain is no longer good and has become a warning sign that needs attention. You have to know the difference. The good pains are generally mild, they're manageable, they feel like aching or stretching. Warning signs, on the other hand, are in a totally different league. We're talking about severe, unbearable pain that you can't manage. We're talking about heavy vaginal bleeding, way more than the few drops of spotting from implantation. And, of course, if your water breaks. If you experience anything from that right-hand column, you need to call your doctor right away. And one last really crucial point. What if you're pregnant and you're not feeling these pains? It's so easy to start worrying about that too, isn't it? But please, don't. Every single body is different. Every pregnancy journey is unique. A lack of pain is not a sign that something is wrong. It simply means your body is handling the beautiful changes of pregnancy in its own unique way. So where does all of this leave us? Well, it leaves us with a completely new way to look at the pregnancy journey. It's a new perspective on the language your body uses to communicate with you during this special time. So the next time you feel that little pull, or that ache, or that tenderness, I want you to try to just take a breath. And instead of letting worry take over, just listen. Listen to the message your body is sending you. It's a message of progress, a message of preparation, and it's a message of an incredible, beautiful life taking shape inside of you. And that leaves us with one final thought to ponder. This whole principle, it doesn't just apply to pregnancy. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other discomforts or growing pains in our lives, in our careers, in our faith, in our personal growth, are not signs of failure, but are actually proof that something new and wonderful is just around the corner?